What's up, everybody? Welcome into an all-new episode of Inside the Hawg Pen. I know it's not Wednesday night, it's Thursday. We had to take a couple of nights off because we went 2 hours the other night, and I thought I killed MC, but as you can see, he's back and better than ever. But we've got a lot to cover. We're going to try not to go so long tonight because Arkansas is on a bye week, like we talked, like the episode says. Arkansas hits reset. And the rumors are heating up. And I want to introduce the wild band of misfits I have with us. Of course, here in the middle, you have the man, the myth, the legend, and the glue that holds the whole damn thing together. Marcus MC Carlson. MC? Do you have a new mic thing on your mic? What is the Cam Productions thing?
That's just little self promotion.
There it is. And then of course, on the far end down there, you got Tyler Callahan, and I'm gonna still call him Officer Doozy. But how are we doing tonight, boys? I mean, we're 8 hours away from Bobby being named interim. How are we feeling as far as that goes? Are we excited? Are we swimming in the Kool-Aid yet?
I'm gonna have to get past Saturday and get through this off week, and then I might be swimming in the Kool-Aid. But for that anyway, now I have a different reason that I'm swimming in Kool-Aid, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Could it have something to do with Midnight Madness?
24 hours from prime time at the Palace.
Here in about a week, Tyler, once MC School of Hog Hoop starts to get fired up, you're going to see, like, seatbelt, a 5-point harness come out of his seat because we're going to have to duct tape him in. That's what you're fixing to see.
Yeah, I hit a different gear, that's for sure.
Oh, man. That's his favorite time of year. But, Tyler, what's going on with you, man?
Oh, not much, man. Just getting settled in. I'll tell you this. The only picture we've seen from practice of Bobby Petrino at the helm, he was yelling at somebody. So yeah.
Oh, I love it. And, I was talking to a buddy of mine who's a good friend of the show, Trevor Kaiser, and I was talking to him on the phone earlier today, and I asked him, I said, here's the thing. I know he's interim head coach, but does he still have that dog in him? And about 15 minutes
it's still
later,
there.
and about 15 minutes later, I see that picture come up, and I'm like, yes,
yeah,
inject it into my veins.
I'll tell you exactly what I thought about when I saw that picture. The scene from, I think it's not Endgame, but Infinity War, where Thanos is holding the blade on his finger, and he says, perfectly balanced, just like all things in life should be.
Yes. I love it.
That's what came to my head.
Love it. No, and the thing about it, though, if you stop and think about it, I mean, we're literally right now, if you scroll TikTok, if you look on YouTube, if you listen to podcasts that are outside Arkansas, not inside Arkansas, see what I did there? We are the talk of the nation right now because after a 12-year hiatus, something, myself included, never thought would happen is happening.
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino is back at the helm of Arkansas. Here's the thing, and MC said this, Monday night?
Yeah.
Whenever
it was, yeah.
No idea what this team looks like. We thought we didn't have any idea going into the season.
Right.
We damn sure don't know now.
Yeah.
You know what that tells me, man, though? That everybody knows that Arkansas is a relevant job. Otherwise, who would care? Because when Petrino was here, it was relevant. Arkansas was relevant. And not that we haven't been the last little bit, but not to that extent to where we're playing Ohio State in
the Sugar Bowl, yeah.
Well, but at the same time, I mean, think about this. Bobby has the ability to do something that I've never ever seen, ever. And that is to go 7-0, because here's the thing, and call me crazy, and I'm not sipping the Kool-Aid, but I'm damn sure looking at the jug of it. But if he the redemption arc here, the redemption story here is, I've looked at the schedule, and I've looked at it with my homer eyes off. I've looked at it as an individual. I took all the blinders off. Took emotion out of it, whatever you want to call it. And I looked, and I broke this down. If old school Bobby Petrino does what he does best, there ain't a team out there we can't beat this year that's left on the schedule. You can't convince me of that.
And I'll say this too. The LSU game just became a little more winnable with the news that come out this week too.
So and that brings me to my point. So being that Arkansas is on a bye week, there's not much else to talk about other than the coaching search. Which, by the way, a name popped up on out of the blue today that if this happens, I'm going to the transfer.
It ain't happening. No,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But we're gonna. It's what I like. What I like to do on Friday is a free for all Friday, and but it's Thursday. But we're gonna look at the SEC as a whole because there's been a lot of moves going on, and there's some surprises. Game day is in Tuscaloosa this week for Vanderbilt. Alabama. That is look, for those of you that don't know or been living under a rock or been in a coma for 12 years, Vandy's ranked 16th.
Undefeated.
Vandy's ranked 16th, and they're undefeated. But we'll get into that later. But let's get back to Bobby P, and then we'll open up. There's not a team on this schedule. They ain't Texas, they ain't Missouri. Because here's the thing. Look, Garrett Nussmeier, like we talked about, and we'll get into it later, is down for the season. Mater, or Toe Mater, Joe Mater, whatever. What's the quarterback's name for Oklahoma?
Mateer.
Mateer. I thought it was Mater. My bad.
I like Mater better. We may go with that. I like that better.
I saw some interesting news coming out about him.
He's playing against Texas on the 16th.
Yes.
What injury does he have? Is it a hand injury?
He broke his thumb on his throwing hand because his follow through hit somebody on the helmet.
So how is he going to play with a broken finger?
Well, what is it? What was it in Varsity Blues that they were shooting into Lance Harbor's knee? I guess they're going to they're going to put some of that in his thumb, I guess.
Right. But I mean, look, and we don't we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. But at the same time, the flip of that coin, the other side of that coin, it's all bright and shiny. You remember Two-Face's coin in The Dark Knight?
Oh yeah.
That one side was all bright and shiny and clean.
Yep.
But the other side was burnt and charred. The burnt and charred side of this Bobby Petrino coin is, what happens if he doesn't win another game, or if he goes under 500 these last couple of games, again, what happens if he doesn't meet expectations, and I put that in hard quotations,
right,
of the fan base?
Man, I don't think that. Sorry to cut you off, MC. I don't.
You're good.
I don't think that we see that team that played against Notre Dame again.
I agree.
Truly don't. I don't. I'm not saying that to say that we're going to win out. I'm not saying that we're going to win another game. But I think that you're going to see a team that comes out and plays hard and competes because, and Dylan had brought this up in our group chat, and Petrino's going to challenge him. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're coming back here. It doesn't matter if you're going somewhere else. Everything that you do for the rest of the year is selling yourself to continue playing college football, continue to make the money that you're making.
Well,
that's how you reach these guys.
That is. But here's the thing. There's a couple of points that I wanted to make, and Tyler started to hit on that. Do y'all remember in 20 and again, I know we're flashing back to bad memories, but follow with me because I have a point of where I'm going. Y'all remember in 2019 that Western Kentucky game where we made Ty Story look like
Ty Story,
and then subsequently, Chad Morris gets fired. They were making a statement that they had given up, and that was their vote of no confidence in this coaching staff.
Yep.
The Notre Dame game, I feel like, was the same way because if you go back, and MC, you're better at being a stat guy than I am. Go back and watch Alabama A&M, Arkansas State, Ole Miss, Memphis, and Notre Dame with a fine-tooth comb. Mm-hmm. You can see the progression getting excessively worse.
Yeah.
And then that Notre Dame game, that was it. That was the statement. That was the statement that this team had given up on his coaching staff.
Yeah.
And anybody that tries to argue that it wasn't the head coach, if this team, look, I'm going to say it now. If this team comes out and beats Tennessee in Tennessee,
God,
I'm telling you now, it wasn't the players. It was Sam. Okay.
Yeah.
And point number 2, I'm on my soapbox, MC. You might have to get comfortable for a second.
It's all right. I'm about to bust through on you though because we do have some breaking news. But make your point.
Okay, I'll make it quick.
We're going already.
The next point Shit, I forgot what I was going to say. The next point I want to make, ain't a damn one hit the transfer portal yet.
That's true.
Nobody has, and all these players that gave a poopy face, that frown, thumbs down on Twitter, none of them hit the portal. Okay,
Hey, I got something about that.
So anyway, I'll get off.
So I don't have our breaking news thing yet. So I'll throw the air horn out. Here we go. That last hire on the defensive staff has been made, according to Chris Lowe. Bobby Petrino is adding veteran NFL assistant Jay Hayes as Arkansas's defensive line coach.
Wow.
Sources tell On3. Hayes was with the Bengals for the longest tenure of his NFL career and coached some top-level defensive linemen, including Geno Atkins, Carlos Dunlap. Hayes also coached in college at Notre Dame and Wisconsin. And I took it a step further. I looked his career up on Grok because I couldn't place him. I couldn't get real familiar with him. But he's coached with the Steelers, the Vikings, the Bengals, the Bucks, and the Commanders. And he's been a defensive line coach pretty much at every stop along the way.
Okay. But now I'm not gonna go down that road. I was gonna play the antagonist for a moment and go, well, Sam Pittman was an offensive lineman coach and we had some sucky offensive.
Yeah, but not in the pros.
No.
Not
And that's a big hire coming from the NFL.
And I'll tell you this, because everybody knows MC loves his conspiracy theories, all right?
You and conspiracy?
And I tightened down the tinfoil. I tightened down the tinfoil a little bit, and I asked Grok. I said, "Hey, Grok, did Jay Hayes ever coach on the same staff with John Gruden?" And the answer was no.
Okay. Wow, that was a cliffhanger. Now, okay, funny you should mention Chucky there, MC.
Yeah.
Tell me why we have not heard anything from a specific coach, and now all of a sudden John Gruden's getting talked about at Arkansas. The Arkansas jobs come open, and now you have Ed Orgeron saying, I'm ready to coach.
I'm ready to coach again. I still got a little meat left on the bones.
Yeah. So, again, everybody knows. John Gruden and Ed Orgeron are kind of like a package deal. All right? So, if you want to talk conspiracies, I mean, could it happen? Of course, there was also a rumor, and it was unconfirmed. I could not get it confirmed at all. However, there was word that John Gruden was on campus today for an interview. Here's what I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt. There is possibly 0 interviews going on right now.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have much going on right now.
There is 0 activity. Because here's the thing. If you're going to give Bobby Petrino a fair shot, why in the hell are you going to bring in coaches for interviews?
Yep, I agree.
Now, let's say we hit, what's the last 3 games? LSU, Texas, and Missouri?
Yep.
Somewhere in there. Now, let's say we get to the Texas game and Bobby's not doing all that great. Then you can start the interview process because some of these teams have their playoff spots locked in. They've got bowl spots locked in. Other teams may not make it to the postseason, so forth and so on. So you do start reaching out to coaches there. But why in the name of all that is good in football would you start interviewing coaches in week 6 of the college football season?
Well, and if you're going to do it, you're not going to do it. Let me see how to say this. You're going to be sneaky about it. You're not going to fly somebody in and bring them to campus right now. No. You're not going to bring Gruden to campus right now. You're not going to bring, and this guy's not going to be on campus anyway, but you're not bringing Jimbo Fisher to campus to interview. Don't. So if you're going to interview, you're going to meet somewhere out away from campus. You know, I don't know where you would do it, but you would meet somewhere, you know, like right now, maybe Destin, you know, or somewhere like that.
Tampa or something.
Yeah, something. And especially, I mean, because doesn't Gruden live in Florida right now?
I don't. You know
think
more
he
about
does.
Gruden. Dude, I'm surprised you don't know what Gruden's favorite food is, man. All right, let's just put
Chicken
it like
and dumplings, man.
But
it's hard to beat them.
Look, by the end of the season, he's gonna have that impression.
I'm gonna have it, man. I'm gonna have it, and then we're gonna hire JG Ken or something. I'm
telling y'all. Look, I said this Monday night. I said, watch us go out and get a freaking mid to low level hire. And whose name pops up today and is gaining steam, and that's Jimbo Fisher. What in the hell?
It's just Coke, dude. So I was at baseball practice. I was running a little behind. I had to grab dinner on the way in. No whiskey, sorry.
That'll be a different story come next Saturday.
Here's the deal, though. If Gruden was interested, if he showed interest, is he a big enough name? Like, is he one of those guys that you're like, hey, if he's got interest, let's get this done strike while the iron's hot? Is that
Probably.
one of those?
Man, I think so. But he's also smart enough to know how this is going to play out too. So he's not going to want to get some kind of announcement out early. I mean, you could get with his people and have it all set up behind the scenes, and then maybe make an announcement like the Monday following the Missouri game.
Look at how John Calipari showed up on campus. We had no idea that he was even being considered, and then the day of the national championship, news broke.
Yeah.
All right. Now Matt Hart said Jimbo ain't having.
Yeah. I was about to say the source has spoken.
The voice has spoken. Hey, by the way, MC. Speaking of Matt Hart, next Saturday, shameless plug here. Next Saturday, 2 shows come together, and for the first time ever in 2025, 2026, the brand new ITHP staff in its entirety will be live and in person. Well, Tyler's still pending, but he'll be an appearance somehow.
We'll all be together.
But I'm excited because this one here gets to make his debut, and the way I got him down here was he can have all the beer he wants.
I'm a simple man.
Look, Tyler, I was trying to sell him. I was like, dude, you got to come down. Man, I can't. I was like, dude, if you come down, you can have all the beer you want. I'm there.
What time do I need to be there?
I'm going to be there. But the only problem is that the event start. By the way, and let me finish my shameless plug here. Hog HQ's Matt Hart will be in attendance this year. Once again, he'll be our special guest correspondent there at the Little Oktoberfest. 6 to 9 p.m. is the event. $25 gets you in the door. $40 gets you in an hour early to get you scoped out. And here's the thing about the VIPs. There's some home brews that have VIP-only brews for the event. So you can get in and try brews that nobody else can try. Plus, you get a front seat to us. I mean, who doesn't want that? I know.
Oh.
I got something for you real quick. So,
all right.
I had sent this to Zach earlier in the week, and this guy tweeted. He said Petrino said too many times that he likes it when the head coach or coordinator can leave the room and the meeting go on as if he was still there, rather than coaches stand around with their hands in their pockets. For me to not believe that's exactly what was going on.
Yeah,
funny you should mention that because I spoke to a couple of people that are close to the football program. If you catch the drift that I'm floating to. And I asked them, I said, okay, what was the culture like within the locker room, with Sam Pittman? And you remember the story we got with and again, I'm not trying to compare the two, but it's funny how ironic the stories are.
Mm-hmm.
Soft coaching.
Yeah.
Real soft coaching is all I'm going to say. And you saw it. You saw it on the field. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, like I'm MC. I swear to God, I'm trying not to drink this Kool-Aid. And Justin, it's cranberry juice actually. I'm trying to cut back.
It's looking pretty good, man.
I'm just and it's the 100% cranberry juice too, just because I don't want to get another kidney stone because they'll suck. But and I asked him what it was like with Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
I mean, sign me up.
All right.
Go ahead. Uh-oh, more news?
Wow.
Better tighten that tinfoil, boys.
All right. Then we're going to get to Justin's comment here.
interesting highlight here. Jay Hayes was defensive line coach for the Bengals and worked with one Jay Gruden, John Gruden's brother. Now, I ain't saying. I'm just pointing it out.
All right, y'all know.
That's all I'm doing.
Y'all know I have a big head, right? I'm ready to play, Coach. Put me in. Put me in. I want to go in. I want to play. I try to fit my big head in this, but it ain't gonna work. But no, I mean seriously, we can talk conspiracies all day, and look, I'm getting ganged up on. Next thing you know, my fiance's gonna be in here. Amy's gonna be like, I am trying to. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper Zero Sugars now.
Oh, I am too. Those are good.
Just so you know, and I'm drinking zero sugar stuff now, and I don't like it, but I'm tolerating it. No, there's a lot, and Matt Hart and Hog HQ put this out in their group. Misinformation season has started.
Yeah.
All right. Do not believe anything you read online. If somebody says, "Oh, I know, I've heard it from my brother's ex-cousin-in-law's ex-husband's twice removed brother who's in a fraternity up there that Nick Saban's coming," don't believe it.
I do have a little something for everybody if they want to know how practices are going already. So, Colin, who I introduced Zach to today, was that they have a gym on the campus that overlooks the practice field. And so people will go up there and hang out and watch practice, work out and stuff. Well, the first practice Petrino had, Colin went up there to watch the practice.
I was told about that, yeah.
And they said, sorry, today's a closed practice.
Did Bobby live on closed practices when he was here? I can't remember.
He had a few open ones, but not very many.
He was very locked down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I remember one open practice that was not like part of the red-white game or whatever, because I was actually up there and got to go to a football practice and watch when he was coaching, and I learned new vocabulary that day.
Hey, MC,
it was interesting.
Scroll up because there's a question I want you to talk about here.
Is it this one? Because I was trying to find an answer to that one.
No, it's John Caldwell. He's up towards the top.
All right. Let me go find it.
Did you see
as far as the linebackers go, Kevin, I'm not sure because I just went and looked at the staff, and there's not anybody designated as a linebacker coach right now. So I would imagine it's going to be like a team effort kind of deal.
Was it not the defensive coordinator who was the linebackers coach, the guy who they promoted to defense?
Chris Wilson?
Yeah.
May have been.
Yeah, it was the linebackers coach that they promoted up. So I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be doing double duty on the defense right now.
Is it that one, Zach?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
It was him. But again, everybody can say, "Oh, we're not going to win another game." Oh, trust me. If Bobby, and I also look, I'm gonna hold on. My ADHD's brain. I got to bring up something just a second. There wasn't a coup. There wasn't a mutiny. Look, this whole. I know I said it. But again,
what do you mean? Like Dan Woken is not correct?
I mean, look, a blonde wasn't on campus. None of that. All right? Although, and I'm telling you, and I said this in the group chat. All right, the next time the Hogs take the field at Razorback Stadium, I want to hear a damn Harley fire up and come out of the tunnel.
Oh my God!
Here we go. Back to serious though. Look, if the administration just lets Bobby be Bobby, this team is going to be dangerous. We may lose some. And that's okay. You can't win them all. But I swear to God, if we go 7-0 and we end up in the college football playoff, I'm telling you right now, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm making a point. It wasn't the players. It was Sam Pittman. I'm going to call him
if he somehow goes, I'm going to say even 5-2.
At 5-2, you still have a chance to get the playoff.
5-2 puts you at 7 wins on the year.
Okay, maybe not. Sorry, I miscounted.
Well, but you're going to have wins over several ranked teams.
I don't think
And the Memphis loss is not going to be a bad loss because they've got the highest chance of any G5 team or G6, whatever it is,
they're going
to make the playoffs.
They're going to be in the playoffs.
Have y'all seen like the projected bracket? So, did you see who Memphis was matched up with in the first round of the playoffs?
I haven't seen that one.
My boy Lane.
No.
So you could have a first round playoff game of Memphis going to Oxford and playing Ole Miss in the first round of the playoffs.
It's an interesting matchup.
Tell me that game wouldn't be bonkers.
That one's going to be crazy. And and yes, a week ago I did say the season was over, Dylan. A week ago,
it kind of was.
It kind of was, and then Bobby was named interim, and all of a sudden, there's a pulse. It's a weak pulse, and they're in the ICU right now. There may be a little bit of life left. We're going to bring this dude back.
There is. You said if the administration lets Bobby P have the reins. Well, he fired almost the entire defensive staff.
Right?
I think they.
Yeah, I think he's got.
He didn't waste any time.
No. Well, he doesn't come to paint.
Got you right.
So.
Go to John Caldwell. He says, "Did you see the video of Calipari saying it's all about culture?" And
let me get back to it here.
If you don't want to be here, you'll be on the bench, and it's it's about buying in. Maybe Calipari should be the football coach. I love Calipari, but stay on the hardwood. However, he's right.
Yeah.
Those comments were very, very timely. So how many people knew what was going on over there?
Yeah.
I mean, those are very timely comments.
Tell me why throughout the season at Razorback Stadium, we saw Jordan Weaver. We saw Kelsey Music. We saw John Calipari. We saw Dave Van Horn, who is an intimidating son of a you-know-what. Even because I said this back when I was
at 4'11", he's intimidating.
I was about 10 feet from him during the Alabama A&M game when he was walking down the stairs in the stands. There wasn't anybody. It was like the Red Sea parted, no pun intended. When he come walking through with his wife, there wasn't anybody within about 15 feet of him. He's intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing, and to put a cap on this coaching search, look, guys, ain't nothing going to happen right now. All right? This is Bobby's team. This is Bobby's audition. This is Bobby right now. All right? We need to do what we do, and that is rally behind Bobby. And I don't understand the animosity behind this dude. I don't. All right? Some of y'all need to learn to forgive and forget. Read your Bibles.
Well, and the thing I noticed is that a lot of the ones that were, saying, "Oh, Arkansas deserves what they get for bringing this snake back and all this," were some of the same ones that were treating it like a funeral of a family member that Sam got fired.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing: everybody's wondering about NIL. All right. Well, what's going to happen? We need a coach that can bring in NIL. We need a coach that can bring money in. You don't think Bobby can do that? The man took us to a Sugar Bowl, for crying out loud.
Look, you could put any three of us in the head coaching seat, and if we win games, the NIL money is going to show up.
It may not show up a lot for us.
It may not show up a lot. Now, there's some coaches that are going to pull more than others, obviously. Bobby's going to pull from inside the state because everybody remembers the 21-5 run of 2010 and 2011. Now, if you go, let's say they decide to go a different direction, and let's just take the biggest fish out there. What kind of NIL money you think Gruden and a staff built by Gruden would bring?
That's what I was just about to say. The thing that concerns me the most about Bobby Petrino is that because he's been around, it might still be wait and see mode. Mm-hmm. Like, does he still have it? Where when you bring in somebody from the outside that's super exciting, they're probably going to bring the donors and the boosters with them who are going to really make things start turning.
How much NIL money did North Carolina generate when the announcement was made that Bill Belichick was going to be the coach? Now, it's kind of gone over like a turd in a punch bowl right now.
You don't think that had anything to do with his, gold-digging side piece, do you?
I mean, no comment.
That's what I thought.
But the money came in. I mean, you bring in a multi-time Super Bowl winning coach, that's going to appeal to your casual fans because all they see, they don't see the fact that Belichick couldn't win without Brady. They don't see the fact that,
wasn't obvious.
Well, but the casual fans don't pay attention to that. All they see is the number of Super Bowls that he won, and then that's now coming to their school with my air quotes, and they see that coming in. So they're like, yeah, I'll throw $100 their way, or in some cases 1,000, whatever. But it's not worked this year. But it is year one. Now, if he decides to stick around, I think he can turn them around. So, he's not going to turn them into Ohio State, but he'll get it back to at least to the level Mac Brown had it, where they were winning 7, 8, sometimes 9 games a year.
You got to win a game first.
That's true.
Got to win a game first. Okay, so here's a couple of points I want to make. All right. Let's just say for an instant that everybody is right. It was a money problem. Then tell me this. Tell me why we spent $16 million on our roster and we can't win a damn game to save our life the last 3 weeks. But Ohio State goes out, spends $20 million, wins a national championship.
Well, they're better at shopping for value than we are.
Okay, but again, wait a minute though, MC. It wasn't Sam Pittman that was the problem. It was the players. It was the donors. Okay, number 2, if you hire Jimbo Fisher, number 1, I'll go root for the University of Mexico at this point. All right, because the man, look, everybody. Well, he brought in the highest ranking, the most expensive roster. Yeah, he spent $30 million on a roster. You know what the record was that season? And the season following, 7-5. Yeah. He couldn't do anything with it. That doesn't instill much confidence. But after a week on the job, whether he's got the interim title or not, I'm beginning to think this team's starting to buy in under Bobby. Again, it tells me the coaching problem. Trevor makes a good point, and you put his comment up here, MC. I'm going to read it, and then we're going to take a quick break. He says, I think the final nail in the coffin for Sam Pittman was the whole stadium clearing out at half. That was the message to the board and Hunter Yurachek that enough is enough. You mean the whole booing and the whole stadium chanting fire Sam Pittman when he was introduced wasn't enough?
Here's a good question from Matt Hart, and I don't have a rebuttal. I have a potential rebuttal to that because, the whole thing of what got Gruden fired from the NFL was allegedly he had, said some things in some emails that in private conversations that were supposed to say private, they went public, made him look bad. Now, I think it has been proven that there was some shady dealings where somebody got those emails that was not supposed to get them, and that's how they went public.
Right.
Does it change what he said? No, it doesn't. But, I mean, come on, man. Let's be real. Everybody has said something in a private conversation that they would never say public. I'll be the first one to admit it.
Yeah.
That I've said things in private that there's no way I'm going to say it in public.
Yeah, and sometimes I have inside thoughts that.
But I mean, that's a good question that nobody has brought up about would that affect recruiting, or is that been long enough ago that people are not going to focus on it.
I have a rebuttal to your rebuttal, and then apparently Dylan says we have an announcement. We're going to get to all of that and more on the other side of the break. You're listening to Inside the Hawg Pen. Back right after this.
Mix Design is your one-stop shop for custom clothing with a personal touch. At Mix Design, we can help you tell your story through your wardrobe. Your imagination on a hat, shirt, pullover, or nearly anything wearable. And while you're picking out some custom clothing, check out the one-of-a-kind handmade soaps from the Bobcat Soap Company. Find us on Facebook and let us create custom swag just for you at Mix Design.
Hey, Hog fanatics. We at Inside the Hawg Pen are thrilled to announce that SeatGeek is now a sponsor. As brand ambassadors, we're excited to share SeatGeek as a ticket app that simplifies the ticket buying process for all your favorite events. They provide a 0 to 10 score for each ticket, with green indicating a good deal and red indicating a not-so-good deal. As a special offer, Hog Fanatics can get $20 off their first ticket purchase by using the code Inside Hawg Pen. Check out our socials for the link, and remember to use the code Inside Hawg Pen.
Attention Razorback fans and local businesses. Are you ready to reach the most passionate Arkansas sports fans out there? Introducing Inside the Hawg Pen, not your normal Razorback talk show. We're fans first and don't try to hide it. No agendas, no propaganda. At Inside the Hawg Pen, we call it like we see it. And now we're looking for sponsors to join the team. This is your chance to put your brand in front of thousands of loyal Razorback fans who live and breathe Arkansas sports. From small businesses to major brands, we have sponsorship packages tailored just for you. So let's grow together and make Inside the Hawg Pen bigger and better. Don't miss out. Call 501-416-4331 or email us today at insidethehogpen@gmail.com and become a proud sponsor of Inside the Hawg Pen.
It's time to step back inside the Hog Pen to the Meeks Design Studios.
All right, welcome back to Inside the Hawg Pen. Razorback Zach hanging out with you alongside Marcus MC Carlton and Tyler Officer Doofy Callahan. All right, so before the break, I have a rebuttal to your rebuttal.
Okay.
MC, about why nobody's talking about John Gruden's little incident and could it affect recruiting. Okay, why is nobody? I mean, everybody's talking about Bobby's incident with the motorcycle. You don't think that's gonna? You think that's gonna affect recruiting? No.
Yeah.
You know why? It happened over a decade ago.
Yeah.
It's
The
old
Gruden,
news.
what was the Gruden thing? Was it around 2020?
It was like 5 years ago. Like, big whoop. Look. All right, look. I mean, seriously, like, big whoop.
Sorry. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
I agree. I mean,
Look, it's not like. And
That
then
just
just,
caught me off guard a little bit. Sorry. But, no, you're right, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like, people make mistakes. I'm with MC. People make mistakes. They say things that they didn't mean, or that they thought wouldn't get out. I mean, we've all been around that group of guys, and you say some stuff that you would probably never say in front of
locker
him.
room talk.
You know? Yeah, and
Yeah.
and I'm
Wink,
not-
wink, hint, hint.
that makes it okay. I mean, you should always know that the chances of somebody getting mad and turning that stuff around is possible.
I don't understand why. Number one, why people keep bringing up the blonde on the motorcycle. Whoop de freaking do. That's all. I mean, okay. So Gruden said some stuff that he shouldn't have said. Tell me one person that's perfect, that has just lived the straight and narrow, that has been almightily perfect. Whoop-de-doodly-doo. Okay? You ain't going to find one. I'm sorry. It irritates me that y'all done triggered me. It irritates me that people are bringing up these past mistakes and thinking that, he's a racist. He ain't. Okay. He said some.
Well,
sorry, Mommy, for watching. He said some dumbass crap. All right. Yeah. Was it wrong? Absolutely.
is it any worse than
Just irritate me.
what happened to Hugh Freeze that caused him to lose his job at Ole Miss?
Look at what he's doing at Auburn right now.
I mean, it's not affecting his recruiting at Auburn, I don't think, because I've read where they've got some top-notch recruits on the way in.
What's their record?
Rick Pitino is a great example of this.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Beautiful. That's a great one.
So
And again, y'all tell me to shut up if I'm taking this too far. But still, it bugs me. But I digress. Like I said, we're done talking about coaches. I want to talk about the SEC as a whole because there's some big stuff happening.
Do we want to do this right now, or do you want to save that?
I'm gonna tease that.
All right.
I'm gonna tease that.
You got to stay till the end of the show.
I really wish D-Mad was here to announce it because he's been working really, and I will give D-Mad credit for that. The only thing I'm gonna do that for because he's made this connection and he's worked hard to get him back, and so I'll give him props. But I really wish he was here to kind of make that announcement himself because I don't want to steal his thunder.
That dad duty hits hard sometimes.
Yeah, he's just now dipping his feet in that water.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Ole Miss stands at the top. Ah, crap.
We're all screwed now, boys.
I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. We'll be seeing that all over the place now.
Here's your SEC teams in order. Ole Miss, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, A&M, Alabama, LSU, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Arkansas comes in at 12th. Florida, Auburn, and Kentucky round out the bottom three.
Now, I think we have to throw an asterisk, though, on the top of the conference because Missouri, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, A&M, and Alabama have all only played one conference game.
Right.
Ole Miss has played 3. So
right.
They're your far and away leader right now.
They are, and they're separating themselves and could very well position themselves. All they've got to do is win this week, and they're bowl eligible already. They've got
and it's worth mentioning that as of right now, October 2nd, 8:43 p.m., it is still physically impossible to go directly from Oxford, Mississippi to Atlanta, Georgia, because it has never happened in the history of the SEC title game.
You know, we need to screenshot that because MC's frozen. You see that,
Yeah,
Tyler?
I lost my camera. I don't know what happened there.
Hey, Dylan, screenshot that one. There we go.
All right, bear with me a second, guys. Technical difficulties.
You're good. Tyler, when you look at the SEC rankings, what do you see there? You know what team I didn't see? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Obvious. Whoa, Matt Hart. Pull up that comment real quick.
Hold on. There's a team missing from these rankings.
Yeah, Texas. I didn't hear you say Texas.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Look, I didn't do that intentionally. Hello, that's a close-up.
That was the webcam.
That was a face for radio.
Woo, Lord of mercy.
Here's the thing. I didn't see Texas in that ranking.
No, they weren't. You didn't say them. I was waiting for you to say them, and I never heard it.
Let's see. You got to go all the way down to 11th place in the conference because Texas has not played a conference game yet.
I've got 15 teams, but I don't have Texas on my list.
So the surprising things I think, and you're kind of alluding to it, obviously, but Mississippi State and Vanderbilt again, in the top 10 matchup against Alabama.
Tell me how Mississippi State and Vanderbilt of all teams have a better program than Arkansas right now. Vanderbilt, especially, and you don't think it's a coaching problem? Shut up, Zach.
Hashtag coaching matters. I mean, that's what you can attribute to the success at Vanderbilt, too.
By the way,
go, Diego, go kind of makes a little difference, too.
Did y'all see some of the backtracking that Sunshine and Propagandist kind of did this week? Like, they're backpedaling hard.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Man.
My word. But
I'm going to leave that alone.
Uh-huh. Come on with it.
I'll leave that alone.
No. You can't do that, MC. Come on now.
Well, and it's not just the two of them. It's the other one on the show, too, that really talks down his nose at everybody. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't even count him. I mean, he's like, whoop-de-doo.
Well, he chimes in, and
real quick,
does the whole barking seal,
That's a pretty good impression of him, too.
I don't
wow, that was
talking about right now.
That is, damn, MC, that was spot on. Wow.
But,
I'm pretty sure you messed up the punchline, though.
Clark Lee follows your coach asshole.
Yes.
Yeah.
That dude's tough as nails, and those guys are tough. They play tough. They believe in themselves. They don't care who lines up across from them. They're going to go hit you, and that's what you got to do. That's the kind of mentality that you got to have. And it's crazy to see Vanderbilt play as well as they are, but it shows that you got a quarterback that brings out the best of everybody on offense, and a defense that ain't scared to hit anybody. What you can do.
Well, you got to give Diego some credit too, man, because he has fully embraced Clark Lee's his take on everything, and he has translated it over to the team. And man, those dudes, like, they're believing they can play with anybody right now.
Yeah,
Dylan's gonna clip the part where you just sounded like a seal and put it on our TikTok. No, here's the thing. Real quick, as we're inching towards the end of the show, because time has completely gotten away. Because I don't know where time is going, because MC messaged me with 1 minute before the show, and he's like, and I'm like, yeah, we got 10 minutes. I looked at it, and we got a minute. I'm like, oh crap. When you look at the SEC as a whole, and then when you look at the national picture, what surprises you the most? The fact that there's not a clear-cut picture yet, and we're halfway through the season, or that there are names that haven't really been, I don't want to say relevant, but haven't been in the picture for the last few years, starting to reemerge, like a Miami, like an Indiana. Look, you know how MC has Ole Miss? I'm starting to buy into the Indiana team up there.
They would be an easy one to jump on the bandwagon for, because traditionally they've been horrible in football. I mean, I don't even know the last time before Signetti. I don't even know the last time they had a winning season. Corso may have been coaching there when that happened, but it could be easy to climb on the bandwagon for the Hoosiers. I don't think Signetti's there after this year, because he's going to come up and win 9 or 10 games again. And somebody's going to give him too good of an offer to turn down.
I don't know about that. I think he's good at Indiana right now. I think he's got a.
I mean, he may be. Why would he not be? Because he can. I mean, he's approaching God level status up there because of the way he's got this team playing. If he comes up and he has another 10-win season, I mean, they'll give the man whatever he wants.
Man, I think we're going to see that guy end up somewhere. I'm with you.
Yeah,
somewhere like Michigan or somewhere like that, where they really have a strong football culture. I know he's doing a great job at Indiana, but it's gonna be one of the big players who they're gonna have the revenue and stuff to make a run at the playoff every year and to win the whole thing every year.
I'll tell you where I could see him ending up. If Dabo was to leave Clemson,
I almost said it.
I could see Signetti going over to Clemson and kind of taking over for Dabo, because he's kind of the anti-Dabo in a way. You know, he's fully bought in with everything that Dabo says is wrong with college football, and Dabo's not wrong, but it's very similar to what Yurachek was saying about NIL and stuff. I mean, these guys, Yurachek, Dabo, these guys that refuse to buy in, they don't have to like it, but you can't take the stance that those guys have taken, because you're basically sabotaging your own program. And the Clemson fans have a right to be upset, in my opinion, with Dabo for his refusal to adapt. I mean, even Nick Saban adapted over the years.
Wow.
You know, he was not on NIL, but I'm talking about his approach to the game as the game changed. Because when he first got to Alabama, he was a defense first, power eye guy. You pass the ball when you absolutely had to. You run the ball, you play good defense, and you win. All right. Then you fast forward to the point where my boy Kiffin is his offensive coordinator, and they scrapped the eye. They scrapped they didn't completely scrap running the ball, but it went from about a 70-30 run pass to about a 50-50. So
Sark too.
Yeah, same with Sark. So, hey, we have a visitor in the house, and I'm trying to get us set up here.
Let me set him up real quick. Before we get to our pick'ems, which he's already sent in his picks, so we've got his taking a break from baby duty from Guantanamo.
I think it's more of multitasking.
Right? From Guantanamo Bay, here to make an appearance to make that special announcement. is the new Papa D-Man.
Well, hang on. Let me get.
We're working on it. But
I'm working on the 4-man, and you didn't give me long enough here. So
I'll give you a couple more minutes. So our games this week.
there we are. Nope.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got him, but I don't have Zach.
Our game. Wow. Kick me off, why don't you? I get no.
You're still there.
I get no love. Y'all see that? I don't get no love. So our games
there
this
we
week.
are. There's everybody.
I had a lot of issues trying to figure out what games to pick. I had a couple. I try to keep it at 6 to maintain it, but I had some rough ones. So let me run down the games real quick, and then we'll get to D-Mad and his special announcement. So here's your games, boys. Number 16, Vanderbilt traveled to Tuscaloosa to take on number 10, Alabama, who is a 10.5-point favorite. I want to know when the last time that was a ranked matchup. That would be an interesting
Never
note to make.
I think it's like 1800 something.
Yeah, right. Number 11, Texas Tech, who is an 11.5-point favorite, travels to Houston. Now, the reason I picked this game is this is a battle of undefeated. So this is going to be an interesting game here. Number 3, Miami, who's a 4.5-point favorite, travels to Tallahassee to take on number 18, Florida State. Mississippi State goes to College Station to take on number 6, A&M, who is a 16.5-point favorite. Clemson, who is a 14.5-point favorite, travels to Chapel Hill to take on Indiana. And then you have Duke traveling all the way out to the West Coast to take on Cal. So that is your matchups this week. We're going to get to the pick'ems in just a minute, but before we do, D-Mad has a special announcement.
Hello.
What's up, boys?
What's up, buddy?
Man, as you can tell, we got something going on in the background.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say we had this guy on last season in baseball. Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered will be joining us Monday for a special show, talk about the coaching search. I won't be on that. I'm going to leave that to y'all. But he'll be on Monday at 7 p.m.
It'll be me and Tyler running that.
There you go. Yep. We appreciate you taking the time to reach out to him and get that set up, D-Mad. That's a heck of an interview to have him back. And right in the middle of a coaching search, too. So, yeah. We put our ones up for D-Mad for getting the interview.
Thank y'all.
All right. Go take care of that baby girl.
All right, then.
All right. See you.
All right. Thanks, D-Mad. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Tyler and I are going to be running that one. Now, with that being said, next Saturday is the Glitter Oktoberfest, and that is our longest broadcast of the year, so we may not have a Wednesday night show because of that. I'm still trying to figure that out. With that Monday show, we've had to do 2 shows because there's so much going on within the program.
Yeah, there's a lot.
2 shows the last 2 weeks. I'm getting echo here, MC.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's coming from.
But like I said, that's a programming note. Monday, 7 p.m. It'll be me, Tyler, and Chris breaking down the college football world. It'll be interesting to get his take on everything happening here at Arkansas. But now it's time to get to our SEC picks. Here's the record as they stand. Tyler still has the best winning percentage right now out of all of us. He's 2 weeks late, but he still has the best winning percentage. So we'll start with him. He is 3-3 on the week last week, 10-3 overall, with an overall record of 13-6. So he is now 13-6. He's gaining on me very rapidly. I was 3-3 last week with a 17-14 overall record. Dylan is no longer leading the pack. I'm still getting an echo. He went 3-3. He is now 19-12, which means MC won the week at 5-1. That Georgia game tripped you up, MC.
Yeah.
He is now 20-11. So MC, we're going to put you last since you won the week. Your overall leader. Tyler, we're going to start with you. Vanderbilt at Alabama. Is it anchor down or roll tide?
It's roll tide, man.
You're fired. You're fired. Get him off the screen. You're fired. I'm kidding.
Man, I mean, I love the story. I love Diego and what they're doing, man. And Clark Lee, but just going into that environment at Bama, they haven't seen that yet this year. And you think you think Kalen DeBoer's not fired up to win that game after they lost it last year? This is going to be the best version of Alabama. Well, I hate to say since last week, but they're going to look even better this week because they're determined to win this game.
Dylan's going to pick Bama MC. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to put this because it's probably going to be a loss. I don't care. I'm still picking them. Anchor down, baby.
Oh. So you're going to take Diego and company to go into Tuscaloosa.
It's only 3 words outside of Woo Pig Suey I'm saying this week since the Hogs are off.
Into Bryant Denny.
Go, Diego, go, baby.
I'll have to put Grok on duty for this, but I don't know that Vanderbilt has ever won at Alabama. I'll have to grok that and see.
I got ChatGPT up.
But yeah, I can't, man. At some point, just like Hog gonna Hog, Vandy gonna Vandy at some point. And I think they're gonna play close for a little while, but I could see Bama pulling away in the fourth quarter and winning this one like 31-14 or 31-17. So I'm gonna take Bama.
Y'all gonna be real upset when I win the week and that Vandy win.
That Vandy be the difference.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna give you the breakdown. Vanderbilt has never beaten Alabama in Tuscaloosa.
There you go.
Alabama is heavily favored. The series favors Alabama 62-19-4. Vanderbilt's last win over Alabama came, well, this says in 1984. But we all know
prior to last year, yeah.
Prior to last year, they beat the last win was at home in Nashville, 30-21. But we all know that they beat them last year. So, but yeah, no, Vanderbilt's never beaten.
Okay, I didn't think they had.
All right, next on the list, number 11, Texas Tech goes to Houston. They're both 4-0. Who gets the loss this week, Tyler?
Man, Texas Tech's going to win this one. And Joey McGuire's going to continue to want to be in Fayetteville.
I wondered which one of y'all was going to bring that up.
Wait a minute. If y'all look closely on the screen, they're starting to look similar, if you know what I mean. Look, MC and Tyler are starting to look a little similar. MC's going the lane train, and Joey McGuire over there.
Get you some tortillas.
He loves the Hogs. I just don't understand. You know, if he's not at the end of the year, if that conversation is not being had, I'm going to be real disappointed.
He loves that helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was somebody else. My bad.
Hey.
Your future AD, that's who that was.
Dylan has Texas Tech as well. Who is our future AD there, MC?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of clamoring going on for Houston Nutt to do it.
Yeah, I was about to say, you should have just done the impression. You killed it last week.
Yeah, you did. Do you hear that? Now, I like
Eagle Claw, rib cage.
I like when he broke
3 points of pressure.
I like when he broke down the fight song. Hit that line, man. Hit that line. Hit it hard. You got to hit that line. MC, who you got? Texas Tech or Houston?
Oh, man, give me all the tortillas. Texas Tech. Big.
Right. Number 3, Miami travels to Tallahassee, take on number 18, Florida State. Do the Noles continue to shock the world, or does Miami completely destroy Mike Norvell and the Seminoles? I didn't say the other thing. I said Seminoles.
Yeah.
Give me the Noles, baby.
Ooh, going upset.
Oh, okay.
Going upset. Let me say this. I love the fact that this game is relevant again.
Yes.
Because this game for so long was the game of the year on everybody's schedule. It didn't matter who you were a fan of. You were going to sit down and you were going to watch Florida State, Miami, and find out whether it was going to be wide right, chapter 4, 5, 6, whatever, or, was Miami going to go dominate, or was Bobby Bowden finally going to get his revenge? I mean, it was always a great matchup. And I know that it's at Doak Campbell. It's not, I don't think it's a night game though, is it?
Give me
30. I don't think it is. I think it's like that mid-afternoon game. I don't think it's going to matter. The U. The U going to take it.
That is a 6:30 kickoff on ABC.
Ooh, I'm sticking with the U, but I will say that place is going to be insane. Like, you're going to have all the vintage things that you're normally used to seeing in a Florida State crowd that would make Brent Musburger go speechless. It's going to be one of those nights, but Miami's going to be there to spoil the fun.
All right. Give me the Convicts.
Taking the U.
Taking the U.
Yeah, I think it's a close game, but I think Miami has got I think they're just a little bit better.
Yeah. Mississippi State travels to A&M. Tyler, you get the clanger, or do you get the
cult?
Yeah, because I can't say the other thing.
Okay,
weird.
so I'll tell y'all something cool real quick.
All right.
The year of COVID, I went on Halloween. I went to that game at the 12th Man.
Okay,
I was at
Kyle
Field.
Field.
I was there, and dude, because of the cadets, they were allowed to sit right next to each other, and you were only allowed to fill the stadium half full at that point. But theirs was 75% full, and dude, it was loud without a full crowd there. It was a cool experience. Honestly, if y'all get the chance to go, you should go because it's crazy cool.
I've been to Kyle Field once, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's such a different – the cheerleading, the whole thing is crazy cool. But anyhow, Mississippi State is only going to win games in the SEC that they can beat somebody in a shootout. They cannot beat A&M in a shootout because A&M's not going to play that kind of game. They're gonna play defense. It's going to be ball control football. They are not going to play a shootout game with Mississippi State. I got A&M.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to give A&M credit for anything, I think in order for Mississippi State to win this game, A&M would have to have a very bad day, and I'm talking like 3 turnovers or more. A&M is very much like you said, Tyler. They play ball control. They play well disciplined. It kind of reminds me of some of those old Jackie Sherrill teams from back in the SWC days because that was how he played. They played ball control, very, very, bore you to death and take you out of your game. I commend the job that Jeff Lebby has done in rebuilding Mississippi State. They had a heartbreaker of a loss last week to Tennessee, and I think it was double overtime. Just a brutal, brutal way to lose. But I think heartbreak is back on the menu for the Bulldogs this week, and those bells are going to go silent. A&M. Yeah,
I got A&M as well. Dylan took Miami on the previous matchup, and he's got Mississippi State winning this week, or this matchup. Clemson travels to North Carolina. Oh, which one's it going to be, Tyler?
It's like you're just picking, the best of two evils.
Do you want Dabo or do you want Bill Belichick?
Obviously, Dabo's having a hard time right now with everything going on down there. He's struggling with the fact that he's not the big dog anymore, and he's got his whole fan base barking at him. But I think Belichick's going to be severely disappointed again because I really think that Clemson's going to come out and prove a point this week.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I would agree. I think Dabo gets one here. I don't know that the fans are going to get off of his back with this one, but I think Clemson goes out, and I think he might be there he might be trying to prove a point in this game.
Yeah, I think the same way. So Tyler,
okay, Dylan, no.
Wow.
We're not even going to go there. I mean, if there's a situation that would be worse than future Razorback Jimbo Fisher, it is future Razorback Dabo Sweeney.
Oh, I can't. I mean, it would no. And here's the thing. I just thought about this. My ADHD brain just is all over the place. If we're going to go with people that have Arkansas connections, hey, yeah. Pete Carroll's got a connection to Arkansas.
There you go.
Hell, why don't we hire him? Tony Dungy's got a connection to Arkansas. Let's go hire him.
Yeah.
I'm unhinged tonight.
Jimmy Johnson's still got some tread on the tires.
Well, he might have some Indianapolis 500 tires. All right, so Tyler's got Clemson. You've got Clemson as well, MC?
Yeah, I'm going to take Clemson.
All right, that's a clean sweep. Final matchup of the night. Duke travels all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast to take on Cal.
For a conference game.
Who you got?
Oh man, I don't know. That's kind of a weird matchup
Dylan-
there.
Yeah.
I don't
Dylan has
really
Cal.
know. I took USC to beat Illinois last week, and it bit me.
Bert got you.
Yeah.
And Duke just seems like that sleeper team right now. I mean, they just beat the brakes off of Syracuse last week, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Duke, man. Give me Duke.
I know nothing about either team.
Throw a dart at the wall and see what.
Yeah, I'm gonna go just to be a little different because we've had several clean sweeps in a row on our picks. I'm gonna take Cal and tell the whole damn world this is Bear territory.
Right. So Dylan took Cal as well. So we'll see what happens there. All right. So that is the matchups this week. And you know what? Enough football talk. We got some big news for MC. MC School of Hog Hoops starting up soon. What's going on, MC?
Speaking of, a little blast from the past there. Sarah Vogel, former member of the show, says it is basketball season.
Savage.
It indeed is. We are inside of 24 hours from prime time at the Palace. And, guys, I just got to throw this out there. DJ Wagner, look, I think DJ is out to prove a point this year.
You think?
I think he is. The last image a lot of people had of DJ was missing the potential game winner versus Texas Tech in the Sweet 16. I think DJ comes out and I think he's going to be kind of the, I guess you could say the team captain. I could see him being the team captain this year of these guys. Cal was on Jim Rome earlier today talking about a few different things and talking about, some NIL and some things there. The clips on Twitter, I could go into it, but it's a long explanation of what he's talking about with some things that he and just a couple other coaches around the nation are doing with NIL payments as far as like insuring them. And he goes into the big explanation there, but it's just kind of a synopsis of where we're at and how this NIL thing is constantly changing. And if you're not adapting, Hunter, talking to you, then you're being left behind for dead. You're being left for dead on the side of the road.
He doesn't like NIL anyway.
Yeah.
Real quick, tell me this isn't true that Cal is coached by Brian Harsin. Dylan said that California is being coached by Brian Harsin.
Oh, I don't have any idea. I have no idea who their coach is.
So let me ask you that, and like I said, you don't have to go into it, but
yeah.
What is your I called this way back in preseason. But what is your early outlook on this team on what they can do this season?
Well, I mean, the number one key is they're starting the year healthy, which is what the team did not do last year. That team last year did not get healthy until February. And lo and behold, when do they start playing good? February. So starting out with everybody on the same page of being able to scrimmage, everybody's healthy, everybody's looking good. From the videos that are being put out there, these guys look to be tight. They have chemistry. I don't think you're going to see the camaraderie issues with basketball that you've seen with football up to this point. You're not going to see that. These guys know the mission. These guys know where their season is supposed to end up. And with this schedule that Cal's put in front of them, I mean, he knows it too. He knows that he's got a really good squad. And I'm sticking by what I said when this recruiting class started coming together, man. I think we end the season in Indianapolis this year. I really do. I think it's going to be one of those.
I had to go get something out of my my stash over here. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to add to anything, but I called this way back in like July.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be hanging another banner inside of Bud Walton before too long, and I think it's going to be this year. I beat MC for that punch.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest difference between this team and last year's roster will be as far as what we see on the court?
Depth. By far. Depth is going to be – I mean, because he's not only are we deep, But Cal went out and added some size. We had several games last year where we got out-muscled, out-rebounded, and just kind of knocked all over the floor.
Yeah.
With the guys that he's added in this year, you bringing in Pringle from South Carolina. There's another big guy. I'm losing my train of thought at the moment, but we've got
so damn
4 or 5 guys that fit the 6'10", 6'11", 7-foot range, and they're not built like TB. They're not built like 190 pounds at 6'11". I mean,
Right.
these are dudes that are built like tight ends and linebackers. I mean, you're looking 6'11", 245, 265, whatever. So I think you've got some beasts that are going to be able to kind of, if it gets into a game that's just one of those ugly pound it into the middle games where it gets really physical, we're not going to be out physical this year.
Right.
Well, and before we get to Dan Yoakum's comment, he got me and Tyler both on that one. And
the bad thing is I have to look at that and go, okay, which one is he talking about?
Yeah, which one? Well, because I'm thinking of the one down at Auburn, or used to be at Auburn, with like 3 last
Yeah.
that's been playing since Bruce Pearl got to Auburn. But one of the things I remember Cal saying last year was the rotation that he had. He said it didn't work, and it was working against him like he normally does. That he's going to add, instead of doing, the 7 or 8 man rotation, he's going to go a little bit further than that. MC, you could probably go into further detail as basketball season gets closer.
Oh yeah, I mean,
he said something about like 10 or 11 guy rotation, something like that.
Yeah, we played most of the year last year with a 7-man rotation, and you can say what you want, and these guys can be in as good a shape as they could be world-class athletes. Playing with 7 guys is going to catch up to you eventually. And the other big guy I was trying to think of, Tyler, Malik Ewin from Florida State. He's the one that came in alongside Pringle. Ewin is 6'10", 240. Pringle is 6'10", 230. I mean, you still got Isaiah Seeley coming back. Brazil is up to 230 now as well. Woo! So I mean, he's put on some meat on his bones. And then you've got the Kareem Rattel, the freshman from Eastern Europe. I'm not even going to try. Oh, I'm sorry, he's from Lebanon. He's 6'7", 205. I mean, you've got some size here, man. Carter Knox is up to 220.
So they put on some muscle.
Yeah, these dudes have put on some muscle. And then Elmer Zafik, the guy from Bosnia, 7 foot, 285. So, I mean, you got some beef. You got some beef down there in the middle now, man. And we didn't have that last year because even the guy that played the post that came over from Tennessee, and I can't remember his name now. Jonas Adu. Jonas Adu. He was tall, but he wasn't like thick. He was a little on the skinny side. My grandma would say he needed some fried beans and taters. Apparently some of these boys we got coming in this year have been eating not only the fried beans and the taters, but the cornbread with it.
That's what I like to see, though. But here in a couple weeks, the official opening of MC School of Hog Hoops will debut as we get closer to tip off.
And I'll say this: I'm not going to drop any breaking news right now, but I'm working on some big time guests to come along in addition to who we had last year. I mean, most likely we're gonna talk to Chuck Tatum and bring him back. It was great having him on, get great analysis from him. But there's a couple guys that if you follow Hog Twitter, you see some of the names out there working on getting. I've got one guy confirmed. It's just a matter of when we're going to get him on, and then I'm working a couple other angles too to get some of these basketball gurus on to kind of help break some things down for us. So it's going to be fun, man.
As we're wrapping up, I want to give MC the opportunity right now because, little like he said at the beginning of the show, a little self-promotion. You've got season 2 of the Final Jump Shot coming.
Yeah. So I'm a little behind on my timeline. I'd originally wanted it to hit around Halloween, but season 2 Final Jump Shot podcast is going to debut in December. I've got we're going to have 3 episodes come out in December, and I've got all 3 of them planned. I got one in production right now. The other 2 I'm scheduling interviews for, but if you are an Arkansas high school basketball fan, these first 3 episodes that are going to come out for season 2 are really, you're really going to want to be a part of it. And I'll just say right now, one of them is going to be on the NEA tournament, which happens over here in Jonesboro every Christmas break, basically. And it is I know it's the longest running tournament inside the state, but it is either the second or third longest running high school basketball tournament in the country.
Ooh.
And so we're gonna talk about the impact that the small schools, which is the whole premise of Final Jump Shot. We're going to talk about the role that small schools play in the longstanding success of the NCAA, the NEA tournament. And I'm really looking forward to that. Going to get some old legends on to talk with me and recap some of the great small school teams that have played in it over the years.
Last couple of things before we get out of here. If you haven't noticed yet, if you haven't found it yet, last night we broke news. We now officially have a Facebook group. We now officially have a Facebook group. If you haven't joined it yet, go join it. We're going to be able to interact with you even more than just on the show. We'll have all kinds of content over there in the Facebook group. But we'll be able to get interactive with you a whole lot more and get the discussion into a lot more discussion with some other things surrounding Arkansas sports. But be sure to mark your calendars. Next Saturday at noon, the longest broadcast of the year for ITHB kicks off at the Little Oktoberfest. It's going to be fun. We are actually going to be talking to some of the brewers, and this one over here is going to have his fill of home brews. But we're going to be talking to all the home brewers. They're going to be bringing samples up. I will not partake. I am going to stick to my water and Dr. Pepper.
I got you covered.
Here.
I got you covered.
I've got a whole panel full of guests that are going to try it and talk about it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys check that out. 6 to 9 if you want to be there in person. And then our broadcast ends at 10 o'clock, maybe even a little bit later, depending on how the games are going and how long they'll let me stay out there. But it's going to be a fantastic day. It goes to a good cause. We're going to be talking to the charity that's out there too. But make sure you guys tune in or come out if you live in the Central Arkansas area. $25 to get you in the door, $40 VIP, $10 designated driver, because let's face it, we don't want you guys drinking and driving. And if you don't have a designated driver, the Wyndham North Little Rock is doing a block room special. Tell them that you are part in there for the Little Oktoberfest and the Dogtown Throwdown, which is what they are part of. But that's going to be North Little Rock in Argenta Plaza. And once we have our official map put out, we will tell you guys how to find our broadcast position. And trust me, it ain't going to be up in no press box this year, baby. I can tell you that right now. We are going to be in the heart of it, and I'm excited. Big thanks to everybody out there. And by the way, your boy's going to be judging the Steinhoist competition again this year.
There you go.
So this is going to be fun. We'll have Matt Hart from Hog HQ joining us as well, giving us a whole lot of insight into what's going on with Arkansas football and a whole lot more shenanigans, because you never know what the loudest mouth in the fan base and his wild band of misfits are going to say until we say it. For Marcus MC Carlton, Tyler, Officer Doozy Callahan, and for the absent D-Mad, I'm Razorback Zag. You've been listening to an all-new episode of Inside the Hawg Pen. Until next time, so long, everybody.
Thanks for watching this episode of Inside the Hawg Pen. Listen anytime on your favorite podcast provider, and be sure to follow us on all our social network channels.